My name is Jordan Voke, and this is my King Jewels presentation. King Jewels is a jewelry company based in Hong Kong. The company specializes in sourcing, trading, and manufacturing gemstones. King Jewels offers two different lines of jewelry, Bliss and King Jewels. Bliss appeals to younger consumers with lower incomes, whereas King Jewels appeals to wealthy consumers who appreciate luxury. The key characters in the case are Andy Wong, owner and CEO, Wei Man, finance manager, Clement Tam, operations director, and Peter Tam, owner of Sura Gems and Denpa Stones. It was discovered that a staff member may be involved in unethical business practices. Clement Tam suffered from ethical egoism. Clement had accepted advantages from several suppliers in return for substandard gemstones. He purposely failed to disclose the quality of gemstones and bribed coworkers into remaining silent. Peter Tam also suffered from ethical egoism. He was impacted by contingent ethics as well. Peter was involved in a conflict of interest with his nephew Clement. He sold his nephew subpar gemstones, which offered hefty rebates. Peter continued to overlook the conflict of interest in order to keep wealth and success within the family. Wei Man was affected by situational ethics. Wei was aware of her brother's unethical behavior 5 months before it surfaced to Andy Wong. She did not blow the whistle because she was worried about ruining family relationships. There are 3 key stakeholders in this case: the reputation of King Jewels, its employees, and its customers. If news of the whistleblower receives public attention, King Jewels' reputation will suffer. A company deemed as unethical will see a steep decline in sales and profits. King Jewels' employees risk losing their jobs or being laid off due to the sudden lack of cash flows. Many King Jewels employees may choose to quit because they do not feel comfortable working for an unethical company. Customers will begin turning their business away from King Jewels as they can no longer trust that the products they have purchased are worth the price tag they paid for them. The global jewelry market is expected to reach more than $480 billion by the year 2025. Currently, China, the United States, Japan, and India hold the largest share of the jewelry market. However, Hong Kong was the leading importer of gold, silver, and jewelry in 2017. There are a variety of solutions that can be taken. 2 short-term solutions which can be considered are terminating all employees involved in unethical activities, or reassigning unethical employees to jobs within the company that will make inappropriate behavior less tempting. In addition to short-term solutions, King Jewels will need to establish long-term solutions as well. One possible long-term solution would be establishing regulations within human resources that prevent interpersonal relationships at the time of hiring. King Jewels could also implement applied ethics. Andy Wong should evaluate the structure of the organization to see if there are structural reasons which are compelling employees to act unethically. I see it best to terminate all employees involved in unethical activities. Andy Wong must show his employees that King Jewels has a zero-tolerance policy regarding unethical behavior. I also believe that the best way to prevent nepotism within the company is to establish regulations within human resources which will prevent family members from being hired within the same departments or allowed to oversee one another. My final recommendations to Andy Wong would be to terminate Clement Tam and Wei Tam. Andy Wong must make an example of Clement and Wei. He must set the moral bar very high for the rest of his employees. King Jewels must begin asking job applicants to disclose if they have family working within the company. If they do, it is HR's responsibility to split the family into different departments or refuse an applicant the job. Andy Wong faces many challenges as the CEO of one of the most well-known jewelry retailers in Hong Kong. It is vital that he surround himself with responsible and trustworthy executives who share the same passion for running a successful and ethical business. King Jewels suffered consequences via nepotism from allowing family members to work alongside one another. In order to maintain a profitable business, and the reputation for luxury and reliability, King Jules will need to implement new regulations to prevent immoral employees.